Welcome to this week's segment of the Ripoff of the Week. My name is Adam Angievsky, and I'm the CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com. And you know our mission at OpenTheBooks.com. It's to post every dime online in real time. And to that end, last year, our auditors filed 40,000 Freedom of Information Act requests to capture virtually all spending at every level of government, federal, state, and local, across the entire country. We do this so you can follow the money, so you can hold your elected officials accountable for tax and spend decisions. And that's what we do on this Rip-Off of the Week segment. Every week on Thursday at 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern, we hold the political class accountable. And this week we've got a great topic. We're going to show you how the sausage is made in Congress on legislation. A bill just passed the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi's Democratic-controlled House, and it goes over to Chuck Schumer's controlled United States Senate. It's called H.R. 1, and it's a voting, quote-unquote, integrity bill. Before we get into that, I just want to take a moment and recognize the big news hit today that our team received at the Wall Street Journal. My editorial on the top paid LA County lifeguards, making up to $392,000, was published today on the editorial page of the Wall Street Journal. They get this type of pay, perquisites, and pension benefits because they're a member of a very powerful public sector union. And make no mistake, those lifeguards, they make a lot of money, but they also have a great retirement benefit. With 30 years, as young as age 55, they can retire on up to 80% of their pay for the rest of their life with cost of living adjustments. All right, so we were published today at the Wall Street Journal. It's a big day for OpenTheBooks.com. Let's get right to our topic. I want to introduce my co-host, Tamara Colbert. Hey, Tamara.
Good evening, Adam. Thanks so much. Well, maybe we'll have to revisit the lifeguards in one of our next rip-offs of the week. But until then, we really need to talk H.R. 1. What did open the books? What did you and the auditors find inside that bill?
So H.R. 1, what we found was a sneaky trick put forth by Nancy Pelosi and House Democrats. When they transmitted the core portion of that bill to the United States Senate, they did not have a new federal holiday for federal workers. They put that through the manager's amendment. Now, our auditors, they didn't fall for the sneaky anti-transparency trick. We read both. We read the bill, we read the manager's amendment. Here's what we found. We found that House Democrats want to provide another paid day off for federal workers, a federal holiday for all 4 million federal workers. We think it costs the American taxpayer over the course of the next 10 years at least $4 billion to provide this holiday. And drum roll, please, yes, the holiday would be Election Day.
That's just unbelievable. Don't federal employees already get 43 days of paid time off, Adam? What gives?
Yes. So if you hit your 3-year anniversary as a federal employee, you actually get 8.5 weeks of paid time off. That's 10 holidays already. This would be an 11th one. 13 sick days and 20 vacation days. That's 8.5 weeks of paid time off. And just think about that. Almost, not quite, on 52 weeks in a year, it's nearly a 4-day work week every week of the entire year. Nearly, but not quite. If you only work 3 years in your job in the federal bureaucracy, this would provide another paid day off.
That's unbelievable. Why is transparency, the work that Open the Books is doing, so vital to shed light on these employee issues?
Well, these employee benefit issues are many times not transparent. For example, there was 1 million federal employees that received a performance bonus last year. And it cost the American taxpayer $1.1 billion, those performance bonuses. So we know the aggregate numbers, the summary numbers, but I can't tell you who received it or how much they received. And we dug into this a little bit, Tamara. You know this. When we explored how 1 million, most people don't think the federal government's running that well. How can 1 million federal workers get a performance bonus? So, incredibly, 99.7% of federal employees are rated highly successful. And that's actually absolutely impossible. So that's one transparency issue. Another transparency issue on federal benefits is their pension. When a federal employee retires, I can't tell you how much their federal annuity payout is. When your member of Congress, your U.S. Senator, retires, we help fund it, we guarantee it as taxpayers, and we don't even get to see it for our retired members of Congress. And now, on H.R. 1, they tried to sneak a new holiday through in a very non-transparent way through the manager's amendment. So transparency is absolutely key toward understanding federal employee benefits.
That's incredible. I'm so thankful for Open the Books, and our auditors work very, very hard to bring that transparency to the American taxpayer. So didn't this idea of a federal holiday on election day rear its ugly head previously?
Well, a couple of years ago, Nancy Pelosi's House, they put it in H.R. 1. They were transparent about it. They put the new federal holiday for Election Day into H.R. 1, and they got a lot of heat on it. And so then mysteriously, poof, it disappeared. But now we know what the strategy was. They always intended to put the federal holiday for Election Day in the bill, but this time they tried to sneak it through the manager's amendment so nobody would notice. It didn't fool the auditors, our forensic auditors at openthebooks.com, because we read the bills and we read all the amendments as well.
Well, speaking of read the bills, we've got a petition that our viewers can sign. Adam, what is that petition?
Well, this is why the petition campaign is so important. You know, many people were upset in December when the 5,600-page spending bill came out of the House, was dropped into the Senate a couple of days before Christmas. Nobody knew what was in the bill. Nobody had time to read 5,600 pages, but they had to vote on it. And so we kicked off a petition campaign in January. We have not put any marketing dollars behind only 20,000 signatures on that petition campaign. So head on over to our website at openthebooks.com. Across the masthead is the petitions tab. Just click the tab, sign the petition, and urge members of Congress to take a 72-hour timeout after the final version of these bills, so people, pundits, politicians, the press, so we can tear this stuff apart and find out what's actually in the bill. Because I don't think, Tamara, that we have a representative republic if our representatives don't have time to simply read the bill.
Agreed. So if anybody wants to support Open the Books, we never took one dime of stimulus money for COVID, of PPP. We are viewer funded or supported by regular Americans who like the transparency revolution that we are trying to achieve. What else would you invite people to do if they liked what we're talking about here with Open the Books?
Engage with your member of Congress. Let them know your feelings. Write them letters, write them emails, call their office, tell them about H.R. 1, the new federal holiday. It's just another reason to oppose H.R. 1 or the Senate equivalent, S.R. 1, in the United States Senate.
You can go to openthebooks.com. And if you liked this broadcast tonight, please don't just like it, share it with your social media page. And next week at 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern, we will be back for another ripoff of the week. Invite 5 of your friends to watch with us. Adam, you get the last word.
Well, it's great. We uncover some great things. We expose, we shine the white hot spotlight. We'll see you back here next week at the right time. Thank you.
Have a great week, everybody.